When you are lost and it is stormy, when you are lost and it is stormy, you quickly feel the need to build a raft or a boat or an ark, even an island. Only where the danger is grows the saving power. The first architecture is driftwood. Philosophy begins in shipwreck, not wonder. Philosophy does not begin in the bright clearing of rationality, but in the darkness of a listing hull filled with water. The first question is not what is being, but where is the surface? Thought emerges as the body's attempt to remain afloat long enough for breath to continue. Every metaphysics is secretly a life raft. A life raft assembled at the edge of catastrophe. Even Plato's Republic is a salvaged city constructed by a man fleeing the political wreckage of Athens. Even Descartes' Cogito is a floating plank. A plank he held after the collapse of scholasticism. The raft is the uniform of dwelling, a mobile hut, a drifting foundation, an architecture built without stability, continuity, or land. What we call modernity is simply the moment when the land gave way beneath us and we discovered we had never been a solid ground. We have never been on solid ground to begin with. All philosophical concepts are driftwood, fragments of earlier catastrophes smoothed by time and washed onto the unexpected shore. Thinkers only rearrange these ruins into provisional structures. The first elements of the raft are whatever remains. It's a broken mast, formerly metaphysics, a torn sail, formerly theology, a waterlogged map, formerly science, a rope that once bound captives, formerly politics. No element carries its old dignity. Each is repurposed by necessity. A civilization's libraries become its future rafters. Its myths become the resin that binds the beams. Its sciences become the tools that shape the hull. The traumas become the waterproofing. What philosophers call originality is only the forgotten genealogy of wood they used. Heidegger taught us to build a hut on the earth so that thought may gather. Ceres teaches us to build a raft because the earth is no longer trustworthy. The new philosopher must be amphibious. He must be an amphibious builder, erecting dwellings on solid ground where possible, but prepared to drift when the ground disappears. A hut grounds thought, a raft tests it. The hut hears the wind, the raft obeys it. The hut frames a clearing, the raft teaches clearing to survive without frame. A philosophy that cannot float is not philosophy at all, for it cannot cross from one era to another. It becomes a monument, not a vessel. Floating dwellings redefine stability, not as immobility, but as the capacity to persist through motion. Navigation is the mother discipline of philosophy. Before logic, before metaphysics, before phenomenology came the oar, the rudder, the star chart. To think is to steer. Hermes becomes a marine deity in architecture. Not the messenger between gods, but the patron of channel crossers, smugglers of ideas, pilots of philosophical vessels through fogs. All philosophical schools are merely different navigation techniques. Analytic philosophy, the compass; phenomenology, the sextant; post-structuralism, the tide tables; mythology, the constellation maps; Ricorso, the multi-oared ship driven by a chorus. Each is insufficient alone, together they make a flotilla. The philosopher who cannot steer in uncertainty is doomed to drown in clarity. The philosopher who cannot steer in uncertainty is doomed to drown in clarity. Every raft seeks land. Every raft seeks land not as an endpoint, but as a moment of repair. To dwell temporarily on a beach is not to abandon the raft, but to retar it. Philosophical landing is interpretation. Each shore is a text, each dock a tradition, each village a school of thought. The raft approaches, learns, borrows, then pushes back to sea before dogma settles. Like barnacles, Heidegger's hut is this treatise because such a shore, a temporary anchorage where one learns the craft of quietness, only to leave again when quiet becomes orthodoxy. Land is dangerous precisely because it feels safe. Land is dangerous precisely because it feels safe. In the aftermath of world collapse, philosophy does not become a single raft, but an archipelago of floating platforms, sometimes drifting apart, sometimes colliding, sometimes joining by roped bridges. Each thinker builds one raft, but the world is reconstructed only by flotillas. The archipelago becomes a new agora, a dispersed polis linked by water of uncertainty rather than roads of stability. Translation: Hermes' old domain becomes maritime diplomacy. Philosophers must learn to send signals across waves, to exchange planks and techniques, to rescue each other when storms break. Storms are not interpretations of philosophical projects. They are its true object, a raft built only for calm seas and the raft but an ornament. Storms are not interruptions. Storms are not interruptions of the philosophical project. They are its true object. Storms are not interruptions of the philosophical project. They are its true object. A raft built only for calm seas is not a raft, but an ornament. The philosopher measures the worth of their vessel not by design, but by whether it survives. Whether it survives the winds of technological apocalypse, political violence, economic collapse, cultural fragmentation, and planetary upheaval. Every storm teaches a new form of thought. War teaches disobedience, fascism teaches suspicion, technoscience teaches humility, climate collapse teaches fragility, AI teaches alterity. The raft must adapt to each. If the raft loses pieces, these pieces become a new raft for future wanderers. Prometheus gave fire, Atlas holds the heavens, but Oceanus carries the wreckage of every epoch. The raft floats on the tears of the Titans,